Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 14th annual B.Riley and Company Investor Conference right here in lovely Santa Monica, California. With me, next to me, is Chris Yewdall of DDD. OTCQX listing DDDGY, and on the LSE, it's DDD. Welcome to SNNLive.
Good afternoon, Shelley. How are you?
It's good to have you. Welcome back. For those who may not be familiar, I can't imagine why, let's get an overview of the company.
Well, DDD is a technology licensing company, and we work in the 3D consumer market. So we license software and hardware technologies to companies like Samsung, Sony, Intel, to include in their 3D products that they sell in retail: personal computers, televisions, Blu-ray players, and the latest smartphones and tablets.
3D, ladies and gentlemen. When you think of DDD, it's 3D. Now, how is the 3D catching on? I think in consumer locations and end caps, for instance, I'm seeing it everywhere. Tell me how it's growing.
Well, the biggest market that we're seeing for 3D today is television. This year, about 70 or 80 million of the 230 million or so TVs that get made will have a 3D capability in them, and that's really driven the growth of our business for the last few years. At the end of last year, 26 million products had shipped with our technology in it in 3 years. That's grown to 30 million by the end of March, so that was a very good growth for us. Personal computers, as you can expect, because of the decline in the personal computer market, those numbers are starting to slow down. But what we're seeing replace them are the latest 3D tablets. These are 8 and 10-inch tablets, just like an iPad or a Galaxy Tab, that have been made by Chinese manufacturers, and these give you 3D without the need to wear glasses.
I have to tell you, when I have an opportunity to go to a movie that you could see in 3D, I go. It's just fantastic. So let's get into the technology a little bit. How is it able to be seen in 3D without using glasses? And is it possible to see it? I mean,
it's a little difficult for us to show 3D on a device like this without the glasses, but I'll explain in principle how it works. When we're looking at 3D, we're seeing a slightly different picture of the same image in our left eye and our right eye. And normally when you're watching a television, the glasses are controlling which eye is seeing which image. What you're able to do with one of these new Glassesfree displays that have been made by some of the big manufacturers down in Taiwan and China and Korea is those displays work just like a normal display, so they work in 2D just like your tablet does today. But when you switch them to 3D, there's an extra layer of technology in the LCD, and that broadcasts out these two separate pictures, and then you align the tablet so that your left eye sees the left picture, the right eye sees the right picture, and there you go, 3D without glasses.
So now 3D across the board, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, I mean, for Glassesfree today, we're seeing them mainly on smartphones, the small 4-inch screens, 5-inch screens, and then more recently tablets in the 8 to 10-inch range. The nice thing is that the new generation of televisions that are coming down the pipeline, these ultra-high-definition TVs, lend themselves very well to some of these Glassesfree technologies. So we should expect to see television over the course of the next 2 or 3 years become a Glassesfree 3D experience, along with this evolution to ultra-high definition.
Okay, so if I am not a technology guy, I mean, you know, I know there's technology, I'm holding it, but how do old movies, you still have to produce it in 3D, right? I mean, it can't be, you can't take something that wasn't produced in 3D, now put it on a device that has your technology. Does it become 3D just from that technology?
Yeah, that's one of our main contributions to this market, Shelley. One of the key things that we've been able to deliver to the 3D consumer market is the ability to automatically convert 2D into 3D. So this goes for photographs, movies, video games, and we do that automatically. So we can allow people who've got a large collection of existing DVD movies or video games to enjoy those in 3D, even though they weren't specially made that way.
So that's the key. We have the key to the success of DDD. That conversion. Not like in the old days when they had to convert black and white movies into color movies, and there was almost a lobby against it, correct?
Yeah, we do it automatically as the movie's been made. So if you buy a Samsung television today, which has got a chip with our 2D to 3D conversion technology in it, you can take it home, you can watch the NBA playoffs in 3D, even though they're not being specially broadcast that way.
Great overview. Now let's get down to specifics. Where's the growth coming from in the company?
Well, we've got some great solid growth coming from the TV marketplace. Back in 2011, about 23 million 3D TVs were manufactured in the whole of that year. If you look at the forecast for this year, between June and September, they're forecasting that 21 million TVs will be made in 3D in the quarter. So this is a market that's still continuing to grow very rapidly. The tablet market, the mobile market, where you can get 3D without glasses, is one that we think is going to grow very dramatically as we go through the next 2 or 3 years. The other area that we've started to see some growth is in our streaming 3D movie service. We have a service called Yabazam, which is now available on Samsung and LG smart TVs. It's a free app that you can download from the App Store to your smart TV.
Well, you better spell it, because you're going to get some free downloads right now from our audience. Give it again.
It's spelled Yabazam, Y-A-B-A-Z-A-M, spelled like it sounds.
Okay, good.
Now, this is a service that we launched in February last year, and we have now over 400,000 downloads of that app. It's growing at the rate of about 1,000 downloads a day. In the last 3 months of 2012, we saw about 134,000 movie trailers streamed from the site. In the last month, April this year, we saw 136,000 trailers streamed in 1 month. So this is something that I think deals with this issue of people not watching their 3D TVs with 3D content. We're certainly seeing that people are, when you give them the ability to do it.
We're going to have to do this interview in 3D. I'm telling you right now, Chris. Anyway, so where's the future? Where are we going? What happens?
Well, for us, we see good solid growth in our technology licensing business. That's really the engine that's been driving us to 60% year-on-year growth for the last 3 years. We see some good promising results coming from our movie streaming service, and we're also seeing quite a lot of interest now from patent licensing companies, now that we've proven the value of our technology in this market, partnering up with them so that we can accelerate the technology licensing that we can get from our patents, in addition to the technologies that we're licensing to different electronics companies.
Okay, let's send our investor database to your website. What is that?
Well, it's DDD.com. Nice, easy one to remember.
We keep it easy around here, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Yewdall of DDD, the 3D company, symbols DDDGY, and on the LSE, by the way, that's the London Stock Exchange, DDD. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. We're at the 14th annual B.Riley and Company Investor Conference right here in Santa Monica, California. I want to thank you for coming on to SNNLive. It's great to see you.
Thank you very much, Shelley. It's been a pleasure.
Quite welcome.